Kurinji Senior Secondary School, CBSE, Namakkal.
Successful result producing school in state every year.
Administered by the Board of Directors with over 35 years of experience in the teaching field.
Special attention on art, craft, music, dance, silambam, yoga, skating and karate.
Focus on Hindi Sabha and Spell Bee Olympiad exams.
Smart class for effective and innovative learning and well-furnished library.
Solitary importance on sports and games in state and national level.
WhatsApp facilities to know activities of students and school inside the campus.
Kurinji Educational Institution, Kavetipatti, Namakkal. Admission in progress. CBSE, KG to 12, contact 9025895176. Metric 6 to 12, contact 9344567484. For online admission, log on to www.kurinjischoolnkl.in.
Students, now in this video we are discussing springwood and autumn wood and heartwood and sapwood. So that side so I will discuss information regarding cork cambium. So here these 2 points means here these two differences very important for NEET examinations. And here the cork cambium, I think so you are observing this one. So this particular cork cambium most important than this information. So I hope you understood. Sorry, right. Now let us start to discuss one by one. Right. Now that is spring wood and autumn wood. So now here wood means here one important NEET bit suppose if you are discussing in any other place, don't forget that particular wood, our subject point of view, we will be terming as or we will be calling as a secondary xylem. Xylem members are there as well as phloem members are there now. So their xylem means what is a xylem which is formed during the secondary growth, we will be taking as a secondary xylem. So that particular secondary xylem only in another terms we are calling as wood. Is it clear? Right. Now let us start to move to learn the information. Now activity of cambium is under the control of many physiological and environmental factors. Means here the activity of cambium that is not depends on itself. So definitely the activity of cambium it depends on the physiological and environmental factors. So now here what is the main important point? No, in a temperate regions the climate conditions are not uniform throughout the year. So means when these temperate regions are not having of stable, not having stable climatic conditions, at the time so we could not see the what is the exact formation of spring woods as well as autumn wood. So thereby here what is the thing we are observing, in a temperate regions the climatic conditions are not uniform throughout the year. So don't forget the important bit. Now spring season point of view. In spring season, what is happening in spring season? Cambium is very active. The cambium which is present between the both xylem and phloem we will be terming as cambium. So this particular cambium in spring season it is a very active and produces a large number of auxiliary elements, xylem elements only. So author giving as auxiliary elements and having vessels with wider cavities, the wider cavities or wider lumens. So in this particular case in a spring season if you see there, the cambium is very active and produces means here that definitely cambium only involves in the development of both xylem and phloem members, isn't it? So means so when this particular cambium is going to be divided, outer side so few number of cells are added and the inner side also few number of cells are added. So inner cells we will be taking as xylem and the outer sides what are the cells which are present outside of the cambium we will be taking as a phloem. So in this particular case cambium is very active and produce a large number of auxiliary elements having vessels with wider cavities. So definitely when xylem vessels are produced during spring season, so all these vessels with wider cavities, don't forget the important point. Means so suppose if xylem elements or if xylem vessels formation takes place in spring season, Definitely. So these xylem vessels with wide cavities or wider cavities we can find out. This is important point, don't forget. Means in the spring season xylem members are very active. Why? Because of the activeness of cambium. So xylem elements or the vessels formation takes place with wider lumen or with wider cavities. Next one, the wood formed during this season. So means here the what is the wood is formed during the spring season, we will be considering as spring wood, or we will be taking as a spring wood or early wood. Okay, spring wood or early wood. So means during the spring season, suppose wood formation takes place, means that particular wood now we will be calling as a spring wood or early wood. Okay. Once you see in spring season, due to the activity of cambium more, so here definitely vessels means xylem vessels formation takes place. These xylem vessels with wider cavities. Next one, so what is a wood is formed during the spring season? No, we will be taking as a spring wood or early wood. Okay. Next one, in winter. In winter season, cambium is very less active. In winter, cambium is very less active and forms fewer xylem elements that have narrow vessels. Once you see, so in comparison of spring season and winter season, so in which season we can see the very active cambium in spring season, whereas in winter season, no, so we will be finding of less active of cambial ring. Okay, next one, so because of the less active of this particular cambium forms fewer xylem elements so that have narrow vessels. So very few number of xylem elements only formation takes place, that also vessels with narrow lumen. Narrow lumen means here or narrow lumen is there in vessels. So thereby here what is the point? Suppose if the spring season produces the vessels, means so these vessels with wider cavities or wider lumen we have found. Next one, if you take winter season, no, there cambium is less active. Due to the less active nature, no, xylem elements are produced, but very fewer in number. Fewer means very kami. FEWER means very less, and these vessels also with narrow lumen. So such particular wood we will be terming as, or we will be calling as autumn wood or late wood. Okay, so thereby in spring season spring wood or early wood formation we are observing, and in winter season we are observing the formation of autumn wood or late wood. Okay, now spring wood. Spring wood is lighter in color. So this particular spring wood or early wood is lighter in color. So seems to be white, like a lighter in color, and has lower density. Important point, spring wood lighter in color and has lower density, whereas autumn wood darker. Why? Because here the autumn wood empty space means here narrow lumens are there. So thereby here the cells arrangement will be very compact. So thereby the autumn wood is darker and has higher density. Don't forget. So spring wood point of view lighter in color and has lower density, whereas autumn wood point of view, that is darker than the spring wood and has which one more higher density than the spring wood. So these 2 points are, so while asking NEET examinations, so these 2 points helps. Okay, next one, the two kinds of woods. These two kinds of woods means one is late wood and one more is, so here we are finding no. So early wood, late wood, early wood, or spring wood or autumn wood we are finding no. So these two types of woods appear as alternate in concentric rings. So means one by one. Suppose here we are observing like spring wood means on the side autumn wood, next spring wood, next autumn wood. Likewise, so alternately, so we can see the situation of these two types of rings, so spring wood and autumn wood, so respectively. So means here, sir, why sir, both are present together, then what is the use of towards means? So here both rings together or both rings constitute. Once you see both rings constitute and form annual ring. So means both rings together form annual ring. Means so thereby while formation of annual ring, definitely there are two different types of ring woods are required. One is a spring wood and one more is autumn wood, or one is early wood or one more is late wood. So means here the combinations of early wood and late wood or the spring wood or autumn wood together we will be considering as annual ring. Okay, the study of annual ring is known as dendrochronology. So here the study of annual ring is known as dendrochronology. Okay, so two things. One thing is in a temperate regions, climatic conditions definitely will not be in uniform, definitely change throughout the year. Next one is spring season and winter season. If you see there, no, in spring season due to the activity of cambium, so xylem elements produce vessels with wider lumens. Next one in winter season, no, cambium is very less active, so thereby which one xylem elements produce vessels with but narrow lumen. Okay, so such particular thing, no, now the combining information of xylem, which one spring wood and one more is autumn wood together, we will be considering as annual ring. Next one, the study of annual rings, no, we will be taking as dendrochronology. Okay, next one, heartwood and sapwood information point of view. Older trees means if you take old trees, so there the greater part of the secondary xylem is a dark brown color due to the deposition of organic compounds. Old trees we have taken, no. Old trees means definitely if you cut and if you watch there, no, center part of the bark or center part of the stem, no, will be very thick color, thick or dark brown color. Did you observe that? So means here what is happening, sir, means in old trees, no, greater part means majority of the part of the secondary xylem is dark brown color. Center of the plant or the center of the stem, no, dark brown color we will observe. So due to the deposition, sir, how sir is like black or the dark brown color, why sir, means due to the deposition of organic compounds like tannins, resins, oils, gums, aromatic substances like so because of the all these things, no, make it hard. Which one? Secondary xylem. So means here when secondary xylem stores all these kind of materials, resins, tannins, oils, gums, aromatic substances, likewise when all these compounds are comes together and deposited in the secondary xylem, automatically what happened? That particular secondary xylem become hard and durable. So when it is become as hard and durable, that shows resistance to the attacks of microorganisms and insects. So one important thing, so because of the deposition of all these things, because of the deposition of all these kind of aromatic compounds, what happened? So that particular secondary xylem becoming as very rigid and tough, hard and durable. And because of the nature, because of this durable nature, so here it is showing resistance, or it shows resistance to what? It shows resistance to the microorganisms or attacking of microorganisms, and one more is insects. Okay, so next one here, what are the main important points? This region comprises dead elements with highly lignified walls and is known as heartwood. Once you see heartwood. Okay, means here what is the reason is present here on that particular center region, so that cells are made up of with a highly lignified cell wall or highly lignified walls. Means here that particular xylem elements or the secondary xylem walls are made up of lignin. That's why here we have written as highly lignified walls. So thereby we know very well no, actually xylem members definitely except one remaining all are dead only no, definitely cell walls are made up of lignin. So thereby here in comparison of for that one normal one, in a secondary xylem cell walls are made up of highly lignified walls or the made up of lignin. Okay, that, and finally forms the heartwood. Okay, heartwood. Next one, heartwood does not conduct the water and minerals, but it gives mechanical support. So means here we are observing there are two different types of tissues or the woods. No, now here the heartwood which is situated very center of the particular stem. So but here what is the use of this one means that gives hardness and durability and shows the resistance to the microbial attacking and insects. Next, one more important point, what is that? So in comparison of these two, sir, which one conducts the water and minerals, sir, means here heartwood does not conduct. This particular heartwood does not conduct the water and minerals, but which gives mechanical support to the stem. Okay. Next one, what is the tissue which is present? What is the tissue which is present at the peripheral region of the secondary xylem? Peripheral, not towards outside. Already I told you so many times, but I have to say. Now, what is the information? What are the tissues which are present outside of the secondary xylem is lighter in color and it is known as sapwood. Sapwood means, so when comparison or in comparison of a heartwood and sapwood, no, so we are finding more thick color in heartwood and we are finding very lighter color or very light color or light in color in case of where sapwood. So this particular sapwood, what is the involvement of this particular sapwood, sir, means it involves in the conduction of water and minerals from the root to leaf. Okay, means my dear students, two points are most important. Heartwood is there as well as sapwood is there. Heartwood, because of the storage of different types of organic compounds, no, that become very rigid and tough, so it acts as or that gives durability. But beside the or outside of the heartwood, no, or we are finding one more type of a secondary xylem. That one is a lighter in color when compared to the heartwood. Why? Because heartwood color, no, brown or dark brown color. So because of the storage of all these compounds. What is the main important point in comparison of heartwood and sapwood? So which one or what is the tissue helps in a conduction of water and minerals? Sapwood. Don't forget, and this particular sapwood only conducts the water and minerals from the root to leaf or of the plant. Okay, now that is a small information regarding heartwood and sapwood. Now, most important information to be discussed under cork cambium. Up to here, this particular information, so we will be taking as intrastellar secondary growth. This particular information we will be considering under extrastellar secondary growth. Okay, now cork cambium. Lateral meristem is there, means lateral meristem two types are there, cork cambium and one more vascular cambium. Likewise we see no vascular cambium information in previous videos we seen. Cork cambium information is most important. So like a cork cambium, activity of cork cambium we seen no. So likewise activity of vascular cambium we seen. So likewise cork cambium information also. So we have to concentrate more and more. So here why this particular cork cambium activity, why it has been started means, once you listen, just concentrate on my voice. Now here, due to the activity of vascular cambium, if you take particular which one secondary xylem, no, inside or towards the inside of the stem only, so more number of cells are going to be added. So thereby, yesterday one example I said no. So suppose if the room capacity is 100 members are there, suppose if you are trying to keep 200 members into that particular room, no, what is happening? So whoever the persons are present in the center of that particular room, no, pushes all people, those who are present towards the outside. So thereby what is happening? So those who are standing nearer to the doors and windows, no chance is there to fall down. So likewise here also what is happening? No, when due to the activity of vascular cambium, more number of cells are added towards the center, some kind of pressure is raised from the center towards the outer regions. Automatically what will be happen? No, what are the cells are present outside of the vascular cambium start to burst. So that's why if you take guava plant, did you observe, or neem plant, did you observe? There, if you observe the bark, no, some kind of peels we can remove out. That will be falling down on the bark. Did you observe? So some kind of peels we can remove. So that is because of the activity of vascular cambium. So once now let me include into the information. Now as the stem continues in increase in girth due to the activity of vascular cambium, so definitely the girth of the plant or the girth of the stem definitely is increased due to the activity of vascular cambium. Now the outer cortical and epidermal layers are get broken. Why? Because from inside to pressure is coming towards the outside. At the time, no, cortical cells, first of all outermost protecting layer epidermis is there, just below the epidermis cortical cells only no are there. So that's why these epidermal cells as well as cortical cells or get ruptured or get broken and need to be replaced to provide new protective cells layers. Means here epidermal cells as well as cortical cells all are broken. So in this particular case, no, suppose if the cells are broken down means, so then who will give protection? Emma, are you saving these points in your mind? So at the time what is happening? No, so to provide or to give protection, some new cells are developed. Sir, from where, sir, these new cells are developed means once you see. So now here, so meristematic tissue which is developed means by the process of redifferentiation. Okay, so here what is happening? Some kind of meristematic tissues are developed. Okay, so means where? In the region of cortex. In the region of cortex, meristematic tissue is developed. So what is a meristematic tissue is developed at the cork region or the cortex region. So we are calling as a cork cambium or phellogen. Am I important? So 1 minute you see, when due to the activity of vascular cambium, pressure is moving toward or applying towards the outside, because of that pressure, so epidermal cells and cortical cells are ruptured. Okay, or broken down. In this particular case, no, at cortical regions, a few specialized cells or meristematic cells. So what is happening? So specialized meristematic cells development takes place, and these meristematic cells we will be calling as a cork cambium or phellogen. So this particular cork cambium or phellogen develops usually in the cortex region. Okay, so now here what is happening now? Due to the activity of cork cambium or phellogen, not activity, so importance, now let us see. The phellogen is a couple of layers thick. Rende layers arrangement will be there. So here you can see one rough diagram here. Rende rows. So male one, kele one, avalada. Okay, so couple of layers thick, and it is narrow, thick walled and newly rectangular cells. So here these cells also nearly rectangular cells are there, very narrow cells, and very thin walled cells are there. So thin walled cells are there. This is the importance of cork cambium cells. So sometimes they are asking these particular characteristics of cork cambium or phellogen in examinations. Okay, so means in how many layers are there? Only in 2 layers. Couple means only 2 layers of cells with narrow or thin walled and nearly rectangular in shape. Now importance is started. Listen carefully. Now this phellogen cells cut off cells on both sides. Here these cells are there. When these particular cells or the phellogen cells are going to be divided, so definitely outer side of this phellogen as well as inner side of this phellogen also few cells are added. So once you listen, so the outer cells are differentiated into. So means what are the cells are present are comes outside of the phellogen. No, these cells we will be taking as secondary cortex or phelloderm. Emma means what are the cells which are present on the outside of the phylogen. So we will be taking as a secondary cortex or pelloderm, pelloderm, DERM. Okay, next one, the cortex. What is the cortex we are observing? Secondary cortex. Next one, the cork is impervious or impermeable to the water due to the suberin deposition in the cell wall. Now the cork region, this particular cork region is impermeable. Impermeous means it will not allow the water and minerals. Why? Because that is made up of suberin, or it is cell walls are made up of suberin. Okay, next one, the cells of once you see outer side we are observing cork or phellum, and inner side we are observing secondary cortex or pelloderm. If outer region is there, now what are the cells which are present outside of the phylogen? Now we will be calling as cork or phellum, and inside cells we will be taking as secondary cortex or pelloderm. If outer cells are there, now here these cells, what are the cells or which are situated outside of the phylogen? So these are all impermeable to the water because these cell walls are made up of suberin. Next one, so what are the cells which are present inside of the cortex or inside of the inside of the phylogen? We will be taking as secondary cortex or pelloderm, and these cells are parenchymatous. You see there. Actually, here this particular phylogen, from this phylogen only, we are observing the development of or the formation of outer cells as well as inner cells. But what are the cells which are present outside of the phylogen are the dead cells, and cell walls are made up of suberin. And what are the cells which are developed inside of the phylogen or parenchymatous, means here these cells are living cells. So don't forget, is the important point. Next use. So means here, once you see the secondary cortex cells or pelloderm cells are parenchymatous. Secondary cortex cells are parenchymatous. Now the phylogen and phellum and pelloderm. If phylogen is there and phellum outside cells are there. Next one, pelloderm inside cells are there. All together collectively we are calling as periderm. Important. Periderm means the combination of phellum, phylogen and pelloderm together, periderm. Definitely chance is there to get confused. That's why these 3 points are right at one by one, and all 3 marked it as periderm. Okay, next one, due to the activity of cork cambium. Due to the activity of cork cambium here. Cork cambium is also known as a phylogen only, no. So due to the activity of cork cambium, pressure builds up on the remaining layers which are peripheral to the phylogen. So one more problem comes here once you see there. So when here due to the pressure, means again when these cork cambium cells are going to be developed more and more. So what are the cells which are present outside of this one? Outside means here is there. Cork is there, and next one cortical cells are there, next one epidermal cells are there. Now all these layers which are present peripheral to the phylogen, ultimately these layers die and slow off. So that's why if you take a neem plant, neem, Azadirachta indica, or in our homes definitely we can find out the presence of a guava stem, no. So somewhat layers it will peel off, slog off. Did you observe? So that is the main important phenomenon. Okay, next one, the bark is a non-technical term that refers to as all tissues which are present exterior to the vascular cambium. Bark is nothing but what are the tissues which are present or outside of the vascular cambium. Vascular cambium means before in a previous video we see no vascular cambium is present, cork cambium. These two tissues or these two cambiums only involves in secondary growth. So thereby, so bark is nothing but it is a non-technical term that refers to all tissues which are present outside of the vascular cambium. We will be considering as bark. Even including secondary phloem, including secondary phloem, what are the tissues present outside of the vascular cambium? All tissues together we are calling as bark. Emma, so phyllogen is there. Outside bark or cork cameo means which one? Cork formation takes place, and inside phylloderm formation takes place. Altogether we are calling as periderm. So this is a small information related to this one, highly impossible to understand. Suppose if you are understanding this for means well and good. Suppose if you are unable to understand, no worry, no need to get attention. So in presence of you, if you need one more time, I'll explain. I'll ready to explain. Okay. So take care and be safe at home.